Hey guys, welcome back to my video. This is my intro. Welcome back, Matt fam. Alexa, time check.
Time is 8:48.
8:48 Friday night. If you like today's video, just let me know in the comments below or give it a thumbs up and share with your family and friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's kind of long. Just me speaking my mind. Wish I could do bullet points or look at a marker board, but I can't see it because of my eyesight. So I'm kind of all over the place, trying to remember what I wanted to talk about. It'd be nice if I could write it down, but it's impossible because I can't see. So just bear with me. Enjoy today's video, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's gotta be Friday. Friday night at a little after 8. Alexa, time check.
The time is 8:22 p.m.
And it's been on my heart and mind to do another video, just kind of sit down and talk. There's a lot of things on my mind. I was going to talk about the Philippines, relationships, and just life in general. Especially my situation as being legally blind. It's been difficult. It's been about 9 years now. I started losing my eyesight. But I remember when I first came to the Philippines, I was kind of nervous and scared. I met my son's mom, my girlfriend at the time, my ex now, 2010. And I remember getting out of the airport. I was like, wow, it's so hot. It's just like Thailand. It's so hot here. I was like, oh, I love this place. It's neat. It's different. You know, I've already been to Asia before. And one thing I did love is the people. Why they're so friendly. Hey, dude, what's up? They always be like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, yo? Always so kind. And one of the downsides I was always warned by my son's mom, and I've learned by experience, is especially the drivers with taxis and different people, especially in the marketplaces. People have experienced as a foreigner, they'll charge you a lot more than what something's worth. Or no, the ride should be only 200, but oh, we'll charge you 500. You're a foreigner. That's expected. You know, people want a good life. That's just anywhere. And Asia, they want more money because they think you're rich. And I experienced that a lot. And but there's still a lot of good people, which I'm understandable. And of course, there's a lot of not so good people in this world, unfortunately. And but one thing I love about the Philippines is the people. The food, I love the gulay, I love vegetables. I love how friendly and outgoing everyone is and understanding and helpful in times of need. Majority of the people will go out of your way, but there's plenty of times I've had problems getting money or money transferred. People go out of the way to give you food or money if you need it. And with my eyesight and problems, it's been very difficult live. But thank God I surpassed it, made it through. I went through my second operation this month, or last month in February, my second eye operation. I got to go through one more. Unfortunately, my first eye surgery caused cataracts. I guess because of the scarring or the tissues. So they said that's normal. I guess I got to pay for it because the surgery caused it, so I have to pay for it. So that's another surgery, and it's kind of freaking me out because I Googled it. And I guess they gotta put the laser's not so bad, and then they gotta put a temporary. If you want to understand a temporary lens in your eye, artificial lens, I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about that. If anything, I can see better. That would be a blessing. My right eye is totally blind. I've been going to Asian Eye Institute in Rockwell, so we can see. I got another. I've seen about 6 people, doctors for my eye. I have another one that my bank manager at Video Bank referred me to go to, so I'm going to see him, but he's about 2 hours away, so it's kind of a far trip. So it's hard. I can't see the computer. I'm limited to see what I can see on the phone. I have to double tap and triple tap and zoom in. I love my iPhone. I love iPhone. I got an iPhone. I have an iPhone 13 and I have an iPhone Pro Max 14, which I love. But the problem is, even though I make my text bigger, it fails to do it on some of the apps. It doesn't read it. Viber's one of them, and Messenger still makes my text small, not large like my other messages. Sometimes the text messages I have to zoom in. The bad thing about iPhone is you have to triple double tap with 3 fingers and zoom in and out with 3 fingers, but like I'm using my Samsung S21 Ultra now, I can just triple tap 1 finger, pinch, squeeze, zoom in and out and triple tap. But iPhone you have to do is 3 fingers, double tap, then squeeze in and out with your 3 fingers. And move around with your 3 fingers. So it's kind of difficult to use for someone who has a disability. So I've been going through that on and off. I think I've dated 2 people after my son's mom. I just like being single, but independent, doing what I want to do, because it's hard. You've been through so many relationships, like most people. There's a lot of heartbreak, especially when you have a son. My son is 10 years old now. He's living in England. He's born in the Philippines. He's Filipino American and British. And handsome boy. He talks like this, Daddy. And he's been in England the past few years. He's like, Daddy, I'm going to get some water. Or he always messages me, Daddy. So he's picking up that British accent, which is so cute. Such a smart boy. He's in what we call soccer. There they call it football. So I'm so proud of him. He's running cross-country or track, which I did too. I played football and track and swimming. And I'm still on a goal. I got to lose these 20 kilos. Gained a lot of weight because past year of my heart surgery and eye surgery, haven't been able to exercise as much. And that leads another thing that I forgot about. See, it's hard to make bullet points and look at something because I can't see to make bullet points. So I try to do it from my mind, what to talk about. But because of my eyesight going blind, I used to exercise and walk every day. It became harder because the main areas I live in, there's hardly any sidewalks. You got to walk on the side of the road, or you got to be really careful because you can be a target. People can see that you can't see well. When I lived in Manila or Alabang, it's easy to walk around that area. It's nice little parks to walk around. But when you tend to live in a more busy city area, there's not much places you can walk without being around a lot of people and hitting them, wondering what's your problem, what's wrong with you. And I get that all the time, but because of that, I started getting, my weight was okay, but I started getting heart problems, which I didn't know it. Remember one day I went to the SM Mall, came home that night, started having heart pains, chest pains. I waited about 3 hours. This is 2020. My mom had just died of a heart attack 2 months earlier. And let me point my electric fan towards me because it's getting a little warm in here with my lights. But they told me I had a heart attack. I had to go to another hospital that had the angiogram that could do the surgery for angioplasty. And unbeknownst to me, I had 2 blocked arteries. They told me I only had 1. So because I was on financial assistance, because I didn't have 300-something thousand, 200-something thousand, they put me on financial assistance. They only did one artery, one stent in one artery. And here it is 2 years later, and I went back to my original guy, that cardiologist that did my surgery, said, no, your angiogram showed you had 2 blocked arteries. I said, I've went to different cardiologists, like 3 different cardiologists, did numerous tests, blood work, ECG, everything's fine, normal. But yet I still have another blocked right artery. So we went into the Asian hospital this past year to do the other stent and found out I had 2 more blocked arteries. So a total of 3. So how is that possible? And I'm like taking all my medication, and so I'm just like, I wasn't able to walk or do stuff for a couple months, so it made it difficult. And one thing I've learned is I'm diabetic, and so I stopped taking my Lantus, which is my long-lasting insulin, and that was a big mistake. Let me turn on my air. I gotta turn on my aircon because I shut the doors so it would be quiet. And that was a mistake. The Lantus is like 1,100 a week, so I tried to cut. I was like, I'll just take my regular insulin. And when I was in the hospital, they put me on pills. And they think I'm type 2 instead of type 1, as I was diagnosed type 1 diabetic in the U.S. How could I be type 2 in the Philippines? I don't get it. But I've responded well to the medication, to the pills. So for the last 3 years, I never missed my medication. My blood sugars have been kind of normal. There's sometimes where I do my injection and the insulin will run out, or it doesn't absorb. It hits a fatty deposit or muscle, doesn't absorb, and I'll have high blood sugar. So that's the reason I'm telling that backstory. That's one of the reasons I gained a lot of weight. Started having heart problems because I stopped walking because of my eyesight. But I got a treadmill a couple years ago, or a year ago, and it's so boring. Love the treadmill. Nice treadmill. It's real expensive. Nice top of the line commercial treadmill. I spent about 150,000. 115. It was regular 150. I got it on sale, so I paid 115,000. But it weighs like a car. It weighs a ton. I had to have 5 or 6 people install it, move it in to carry it up the steps, and they're much wider going up than they were at my last place. It was still difficult to move the treadmill, so I got to start doing the treadmill again and walking again. I have my okay from my eye doctor, and I'm going for a stress test this coming March 8th. So they just told me March 8th. They didn't give me a timer, what I need to do, what I have to prepare for, so I don't know. Just to make sure I'm okay. But anyways, back to the Philippines. It's just like I've lived here on and off for a while, and I love the Philippines. I love the people. I love the food. I love the culture. And one thing I love is my money goes farther, and I can buy more and live a better quality life. I've learned to be humble. When I first came here, I lived in Pangasinan, my son's mom, and I remember they pumping water and washing dishes and a pump and a well outside. I've never seen that. They have a sink inside, but they're using the water outside to save money. Interesting. So I've learned to live simple. I don't have dishwasher or washing machine like we do in the U.S. We take things for granted. I do have a washer and dryer to wash the clothes. It makes it much faster, so you don't have to hang the clothes up, and it comes like cardboard in the sun. That's one of the luxuries I have, and got a big nice refrigerator. I love my air conditioning, but I only use my air conditioning usually at night, or sometimes if we have guests over. It's one of the things. I think the Philippines has one of the highest electric bills there is. Even though I can't really say that at our house, my mom's house, she was paying $600-700 for an electric bill. Here, my last month's bill. This house is bigger. It's about 120 square meters. Last house was about 60 square meters. My last house I was spending 5,700, 5,900. I have no idea why. This house, my last month's bill was 2,700. With all my cameras, with all my Wi-Fi, computers. I have 3 air conditionings, ref, hot water cooler, induction cooker, you name it, TV. I don't use my TV much, but you name it. And it's just like, wow, what a nice thing. But it can be high. If you run your air conditioning day and night, you're going to have a high electric bill. There's no way around it. And so I try to live simple. I don't pay much on Grab. Grab I probably spend in a month, maybe. It depends on where I go. Rockwell, I spent a lot of money this past month going to my eye doctor, but I probably spend about 2,000 or 3,000, if that, a month. Sometimes not even that. But I spend a lot of money on Grab food. If I don't go out or eat something healthy, I just ordered a Subway sandwich. Love sandwiches. Try not to eat a lot of rice, but eat healthy. And Subway diet to lose weight. That's what I love. And things about Philippines, and it's just like when you go outside, you stand out. I've heard this talked about many vlogs. I always wonder if people are saying this to get viewers and subscribers, not really talking honest and just talking to let people hear what they want them to hear. But you go out, you stand out. Oh, there's a foreigner. Oh, white skin. Hey, foreigner. Hey, my friend, how are you? It's just really nice. They're really genuinely nice people. And you stand out. Oh, look at him. If you're in the U.S. or in your country, you don't stand out. You're just ordinary. You're just a normal person. You just look like everybody else, and they don't go out of their way to be kind to you, say hello and friendly. Here, they love talking to you. They want to interact with you, majority of the people. But one of the things I found out, it's just kind of odd. We're not used to it in many cultures, but here in the Philippines, there's only a couple questions when they see you. Oh, where do you live? I'll tell them, oh, I live here in Manila. Oh, what's your address? Or, I'm like, huh? What? You work? What's your salary? How much you make? No, they love to ask what you work, where you live. That's one of the questions. What's your job? How much you make? And that's one thing I wish they would change here. I wish one of the presidents one day would change the minimum wage. I wish the salary cap would be larger for the people here. It's way too low for cost of living in the Philippines. The Philippines has more gold to back their peso than any country in the world, even the U.S. U.S. won't release the money or the gold to the Philippine people because it'll probably crash our economy and our dollar. But oh, is it Marcos, BBM's father? How much? 6 trillion tons of gold? I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But we have more gold than anywhere in the world. We can make this one of the richest country in the world. And I don't know why we're in such poverty. I would love to see people not get rejected because they don't have money for health care or medical expenses. They wouldn't have to die because of that. I've seen so many people die because they don't have money. I was in the hospital emergency room for a checkup because I was having shortness of breath. I was hoping it wasn't my heart, and I heard the guy next door talking to his daughter-in-law. So the nurse had a green card, but his green card was maxed out. Didn't have any money, and I gave the guy 10,000 and pesos, and they were so thankful, so blessed. I said I'd want someone to do that to me. Hey Map fam, I'm going to end today's vlog. Video was kind of long, so I edited it down. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Share it with your friends and family, and I thank you guys for watching. Always leave a comment below if you want to, and you guys take care. Always be safe.